Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. As always, your host, Papatello. I'm here, I'm chilling, just relaxing, macking. It's St. Patty Day's weekend, we're just, drinking and sipping. Of course, the Poland Spring, alright? We're trying to relax and settle down, but your boy might have his occasional Guinness. I'm a Guinness fan. I don't know why I like it, but I've always been a Guinness fan. You know, the nitro cans, you shake it up a little bit, you get that nice smooth pour. It tastes like butterbeer almost. It's very delicious for some reason. It's good for my taste buds. And we also cook with it when we do the little corned beef. We also do a little bit of potatoes, carrots on this day, a little cabbage, a little sweet and spicy hot mustard, and then there's a nice like glaze over the corned beef with the Guinness when we're cooking it in the pot, letting it settle down, literally. And it's really nice overall. So I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend for St. Patty's Day, whether you're eating lasagna, or for my Spanish folks, a little bit of pernil, you know what I mean? Maybe a little arroz con pollo, whatever you're doing, all right? Como estas, amigos, over there? Your boy speaks a little Spanish, if you guys don't know. I'm half Peruvian, by the way, and half Italian, so don't get it twisted. However, lock it in. But yes, Hydration Nation, I feel some blockage in the throat. Drink with me, guys. Ah, indeed. Another water, but this is a low-level water, indeed. This is from, let's see, I do believe this is the low waters from the inn at Goldshire, indeed. Somebody bought this with only copper, and they decided to give it to a paladin. But we will drink it because it is still decent water. However, yes, we are fully locked in, boys, and I hope everyone's having a great day. In all fairness, much love to you, amigos, and thank you for coming to the Twitch last night. 12 subscribers at Hello JTell on Twitch TV. I don't ask for this stuff. You guys don't need to spend your money, but I'll take the Twitch Primes for sure. However, lock it in, and much love to you, amigos. And to the dude that sent stuff in the mail to me last night, you don't need to send me all that stuff, man. That's crazy. This dude was sending Dragon Breath chilies and shadow oils and immolations. He's going nuts. Lock it in, but much love to you, amigo. Put that dude on high alert. Editor, I want you to find that guy's address. Send the cops. Send the military. Call in the what is it? The National Guard? Yeah, call the guard. Call them all and put them on high alert. But much love to that amigo. However, settle down, lock it in. We got some stuff to talk about today. It's actually really just some stuff for, the new paladins, right? Anybody that's deciding to make a paladin, anybody's deciding what consumables they need to bring, even if for experienced paladins, if you guys don't know this. You guys probably already know this. I'm not calling out the experienced brotherhood. This is to help the newbies, right? This is to help anybody that wants some information, and we're going over some stuff in Gnomer. So we'll go over like the last fight, like in Third Plug, especially stuff I was using, and just go from there. However, let's get into the video. Editor, you better switch it to the scene right now. I swear I said what I said. What are you doing? Get to the right tab. Thank you. I appreciate it. However, so we're starting off with consumables today, right? And we're going to talk about why you need some of these consumables, when to get these consumables, and stuff like that. So, Lesser Arcane Elixir, it's a really good consumable. Honestly, if you're playing, Ret Paladin, we're all about our melee attack power, but we're also about our spell damage because we benefit from spell power. And Sheaf of Light is a phenomenal rune that we're using. And majority of all the Ret Paladins are playing the same way if you're, going for, high numbers or whatever you're doing, right? Or if you just want your most optimal damage as a Ret Paladin, you're going to be using Sheaf of Light, Art of War, with Exorcism. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's the way the build is right now. And to be honest, I do like it, but I can see a little bit more flexibility, hopefully in the future with Paladins overall, depending on what other runes they give us, where it doesn't need to be only Art of War or Exorcism, but maybe something else in the future that, is a little bit more beneficial. Because I do like the build overall. I don't hate it. I enjoy it personally. Maybe some people are getting bored of it. That's them. But I, as a Paladin, I enjoy all different types of builds and building the character in a unique way. However, as far as the Arcane Elixir goes, you can make this with King's Blood and Goldthorn. So if you have an alchemist in your guild or a buddy, that's all you need to do. And if you have basically what is it? The profession. Sorry, I always forget this. Herbalism and alchemy. You could basically be picking this yourself and or selling it or buying it on the auction house, whatever you're doing, right? And get these arcane elixirs. Now, the best times for any single of these elixirs I'm going to show you, I usually think it's early morning or late at night, depending on what time you get home. I mean, I'm basing it off of Eastern, so I would say like, 10, between 10 and 12, like on a day where, the raids are locked out and it's not reset time. that's the perfect time to go for any of these elixirs on this list, because it is usually at a gold or two shorter value of what they're originally priced at. Because I know for arcane elixirs, like yesterday, and I have another raid today, which will be live on Twitch, by the way, later on around, I think, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, sometime around then. And then also we'll be playing Helldivers later. That shit's been really fun. But besides that, lock it in, Tello. Arcane elixirs on non-raid days will go for about, I would say, 2 something on the high end, 280, almost 3 gold when it is not raid day, and for a stack of 5. But when it comes for a stack of 5 on raid day or raid weekend, whatever you want to call it, they're usually going for like 354 gold on my server. So you're saving some money when it comes to buying a stack of 5. If you have the professions, you can just make them yourself, even better. You don't need to, basically overbuy them, or you could sell them yourself and make yourself a little money, a little cash money, and move on with your life. So these are really good to use overall. It's just amazing to have during your buffs, and you could stack multiple elixirs, which is something that we're going to go into in a little bit. Elixir of agility. Now, agility is something that paladins really stack well with. We grow with agility, and it helps with our crit chance overall. Like, that's why a lot of paladins goes for like leather, because we're stacking agility to get higher crit, right? And that is really good. The more higher crits that we get, the helping with our proc, since paladins are based on proc rates. So the higher crit, the higher procs we get, which resets Art of War to the exorcism, and then so on and so forth. We're spamming exorcism over and over again. So agility is really good, and having other characters in your raid that are buffing your character as well and giving you all these blessings and stuff like that. It is really good stuff to have a high rating of agility for your character. At the end of the day, strength is king overall, but having really good agility is really good for a paladin overall. So I would say, yeah, get your agility pots. They usually are a little pricey too. Can average about the same as arcane elixirs, but on the low end, if you get it at the right time of night or the right time of day, especially on a non-raid day, you're good to go. Ogre of Strength, just a flat 8 raw strength. I love that. These usually are much cheaper, but on raid days, they will spike in value. So get them on off raid days, and you'll be seeing a better bang for your buck for a stack of 5 of these. And it requires Earthroot and King's Blood to make these, by the way, for the herbalism and the alchemists out there. So really good stuff. Elixir of Giant Growth. Something that I wasn't using at all, and I felt like I was a noob. My boy was like, bro, you can use a giant growth. You could stack these elixirs. I was like, damn, you could use 4 elixirs? I didn't know that. I thought you could only use 3. I thought we were like limited or some shit. But he's like, no, dude, you can use 4. We confirmed this. So this is really good to use, and here's the thing about this that I want to go into, right? Editor, you better switch to the scene right now. I'll cut the pay right now. Unbelievable. So I'm going to drag this over here because this only lasts 30 minutes for Arcane Elixir, right? And Giant Growth only lasts 2 minutes. So realistically, what you want to do, because these over here last an hour. So these have the longest, cooldown time overall. But when it comes to the Arcane Elixir, 30 minutes is cutting it close. So if you're in the raid and you're doing like Grubbus, Fallout, and Crowd Pummeler, right? You can get to those 3 bosses within 30 minutes for sure. And to be honest with you, you could probably even get all the way to Electrocutioner with the Arcane Elixir, for sure. And especially if you're doing like the log out thing where you log out to maintain your buffs, and you're actually really sweating or min-maxing, however you guys are going about it, you can get to that and you can speed it quickly. But if you don't want to speed it quickly, that's totally fine. I get that. Not everyone's the same. I get there's pugs out there, much respect. I get it. But just maintain your elixirs on when you want to pop them then, if you're feeling cautious, and pop them at your own time. But the Giant Growth, you only have 2 minutes. The good thing about this though, it stacks with Ogre Strength. So Ogre Strength, and this, you're going to get 16 Strength. And that's 2 minutes of you just pumping a raw 16 bonus strength damage against the boss that you're, going up against. So this is really good stuff. I like it a lot. I've been using this, you know, since last night because I totally wasn't using it all. You gotta remember, these are a lot of consumables you're going to be buying, you know, each week, each weekend, whatever you how many you know raids you normally do. So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of gold. So I would say, you know, just at your own discretion. You don't need this, you know, but it's completely optional. But it does give you that 16, so you might want to consider it. And the giant growth, believe it or not, is on the cheaper end compared to any item on this list. And I think I was seeing this for like 35 silver for one. So pretty cheap, believe it or not. Shadow oil. Fucking shadow oil. This item makes me sick. Where's the feral druid when you need him at all times? However, that's my boy, so I don't know what's going on right now. My allergies are kicking in. I'm sorry, guys. They're trying to get Papatello sick. Is it the Bovid? The Bovid 20? The Bovid 21? The COVID-19? What's going on out here? Lock it in. We ain't getting sick, and even when we are, we're going to be limping in the hospital, waiting and recording another fucking video. You best believe it. Lock it in. Editor, get to the full cam right now. I mean, get to the other cam. You actually beat me there, Editor. I'm going to give you credit. You did a good job. Clap it up for the editor in the comments. He did a good job. Shadow oil. Yeah, you only need these if you don't have a feral druid, to be honest. If you want that proc, because like I said, we're all based on proc stuff, this is really nice to have, but they cost an arm and a leg and probably your whole social security number in a bank account. 7 gold and 50 silver. I think it's still the norm, like I said the other couple videos ago or the other day whenever I did that. Yeah, so I don't know if you want it or not. It's up to you. I would say, you know, if you don't have the feral, then yeah. You know, maybe get 1 or 2. Maybe 2 max. Because you can make it through the whole raid with 2 max, honestly. Or even 1 if you're pumping, whatever the fuck you're doing. However, at the end of the day, optional. But definitely necessary if you don't have a feral druid. Slowly crying in my closet tonight because I need a cap on my side to give me wild strikes. However, the one of the most optional things, this is just for complete min-maxing. You don't even need this at all. I don't think anybody is really in dire need of oil immolation. It is really good because you could pop these for fire damage around you in a 5-yard radius for every 3 seconds for 15 seconds. And it's a 3-second cooldown. So when it's done, you know, pop it again, whatever. It is really sweaty to use something like this, and they are pricey as well. But overall, completely 100% optional. So let's go into the video. So this was from last night's stream. We'll zoom in. And I think I'll have the audio off for this one because I don't want to have the audio overlapping. But, oh my gosh, am I throwing up right now? What's happening? Coach, they got me. Settle down. Drink it up real quick. 1 second, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was almost like a strong burp coming out of me. I have no idea what was happening there. However, we're locking it in. So, we're going over the thermoplug. So, yeah, as you see, my chat on the top right's a little messed up. I have to put that on the left. I was organizing the stream a little bit. Some things were scuffed on OBS. However, you see we have the consumables pop. We have the DMF pop. We have the arcane elixirs. I think at one point we're going to pop the giant growth during, like, midway through the fight. Because I know for the fact that we're just going to pump and delete this boss right away. We had some boys of ours last night that lost some DMF buffs and lost some during Fallout. We had a mistake happen. It was totally a bummer. We were just trying to nuke the boss, and then some people died due to the poison. We probably should have popped nature protection pots, all of us, but it was unfortunate. However, we're fully locked in. We're getting in there, and we're trying to nuke these bosses and get rid of them. But yeah, as you can see, you know, we're maintaining, you know, the Crusader, you know, aura on the boss while getting our exorcism procs over and over again. We have our ACP cooldown. If you look on the bottom, that bottom over here, I'll bring the mouse around here, on that area right there. And you can see that we're using our crowd pummeler, we're using our helmet, and our crowd pummeler is now on a 2-minute cooldown. Boss is resetting. We have all of our range doing a perfect job. Our healers are pumping, they're doing great, and our warlock, our meta lock, is completely taking care of all the bombs. He's jumping over there right now. That dude's high. He's got to be high. I don't know what's wrong with him. But yeah, we're just fully set on knowing what to do for the boss. As we have, you know, we have our Seal Martyrdom up, waiting for our exorcism procs over and over again. I'm AD strafing like I'm in PvP because I think there's a horde behind me, possible rogue. Who knows? We got to lock it in. But yes, we are just, you know, fully pumping on the boss, using Crusader Strike when it's off cooldown, and we're just waiting for our resets for exorcism. We're getting our crits up. Like I said, at one point I do think I do pop the giant growth if I haven't already. I think I did it here. I might have did it right there actually. And yeah, we're just going in. We're just damaging the boss. That's all it is. Waiting for exorcism, repeat, rinse and repeat, nuke down the boss, keep pumping. Now, I best tell you, if we all had DMF every single one of us, this would have went like freaking way faster. We're clearing these runs around 40 minutes flat still, so it's still fine. 40 minutes is respectable. I know we can get this down to 30, all of us. We were talking about it too. We were like, dude, honestly, if we really wanted to push ourselves faster, we can get this down to 30 for sure, and probably even shorter than that. But overall, I would say that, you know, the best thing I love about doing this is that it's not really as far as like, oh, the parsing or anything. It's about speed running. And like, you know, if you're like a Dark Souls fan or an Elden Ring fan, like I am, I love those games. You like speed running if you enjoy that aspect of the game. I know like people playing it chill, and I like playing everything chill as well. But this is an aspect that I like doing. You know, it's like Mario speed running when you're clearing through levels. So it's pretty cool when we can try to speed run and do stuff and come up with different strategies within the raid to, you know, spice things up. And we honestly, I'm telling you right now, if we were just, you know, fully all buffed out, we probably would have banged this out much quicker. But I'm happy with what we were doing right here. As you see, the Paladin rotation, though, it's very simple. It's literally just keeping up your martyrdom, spamming your exorcism when you get the procs, using your Crusader Strike. I'm about to have Crowd Pummeler come off in 2 seconds, and I'm going to pop that because I need that Crowd Pummeler pushing, and I want to get this boss out of this phase quickly and as efficiently as possible. And even if he's out this phase, you still have Crowd Pummeler up for 20 seconds. I have it up right now for 20 seconds on the top right. If you see Vengeance where the agility and strength pot is, it's still up for 13 seconds. We still get a little bit of usage out of this. Could have popped it a little bit more efficiently and just saved it for this last phase, but we still get 5 seconds out of it. It's totally fine. Try to get our resets. We're pushing. Got an exorcism reset right there. And boom, we're hitting. We're going for it. In a realistic world, the best thing I would say is save that helmet for last phase instead of blowing it like I did. Save your helmet for last phase during this, you know, crazy part, and then use the helmet and the Crowd Pummeler at the same time during last phase to totally nuke the boss from 100 to 0. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, we still got it done. We still were cranking out, pumping damage. You know, trying to fucking rip this as fast as I can possible. But overall, we were just like, you know, totally locked in. And that's what I love about it, is the mentality of just trying to, you know, everybody having the vision of, you know, just completing the raid efficiently. That's all that matters. But that's really basically it. You could have your Dragon Breath chilies popped if you want to, for sure, for this fight. It's not 100% needed, but it's going to help a lot in terms of damage. Dragon Breath chili is amazing. I already went over Dragon Breath chili. Not in this video, but in the past. You know what it is. You know what to do with it. And if you want to farm it, all you need is those small flame sacks and Swamp of Sorrows, and you need mystery meat from like the crocodiles and stuff like that over there. And then you can make that with some hot spices if you have your cooking up. But Dragon Breath chili, extremely good consumable to use for this fight. And your oil of immolation if you want to pop those as well during the fight. But that's all I got to say about that, guys. Just some general, you know, news and stuff like that. Maybe you guys can get some tips from, and you know, ask some questions from any of my paladins, and go from there. That's really about it. I think any other consumables you saw there that you might be like, oh, what's that one? Those are like the stuff like the Rum Black Label. That's just stuff for stamina and stuff like that. You can get like a Tender Wolf Steak or the Rumsey Black Label for more stamina. Those two stack as well in terms of stamina, and I think a little bit of spirit, I believe, from the Wolf Steak. I could be a little wrong on that one. Forgive me for that, but I think it is. But that's about it. Much love, amigos. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you gain a little bit of knowledge from this. I know it's not, you know, new knowledge to the experts, but for any of my newbies out there, this is for you. You know, I'm just giving you a little bit of a tip. But that's about it. I'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy some beers today. A little bit of food, a little late night snacks, maybe some cannolis, maybe more beers, and then pass out into a food coma. Sounds about right. Settle down, lock it in. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I think tomorrow's Monday, right? Well, it's technically Friday. Let's not think about Monday. And let's quit our jobs. We'll be all right. Nah, just keep your job. You need your job for sure. Much love, amigos. We'll be live on Twitch later. I'll see you in the next one. Keep on keeping on. Peace.
If you wanna dance, if you wanna